featuring Grow the Organic Building Game. Grow is a strategy game that pushes boundaries by fusing artistic modularity and territory control. While the interactive goal is to claim the most points, it can also stand on its own as a stylized decoration. So, what's in the box? Well, we have a base, is where we start a game, trunks, these two pieces plug into the base, branches that can be placed on trunks and other branches. Leaves are used for points and they can attach to trunks, branches, and one another. Buds start the points claiming process on leaves. Flowers, blossoming a flower on a bud contributes to the final score. Beetles, at a max of 3 per player, they help to attack or defend. One die determines which seasonal events take place. And lastly, the rulebook, which delves into more detail. Let's just do a quick demo. You can have up to 4 players in this game. We'll use orange and blue to represent our players. Duration of the game can be set up by the number of seasons. In this case, we'll use a single season. Each season pile is made up of 8 leaves and 4 branches. The player with the most gardening experience begins, going clockwise. At the beginning of each turn, it is mandatory to place 1 branch from the current season pile. A branch can be placed on the trunk or any other branch. After that's done, you have 3 options available. You can place a leaf, which will get you a bud for next turn. The next option is a bud. You could place that on a leaf that does not already have a flower or bud. The last option is a beetle. If you had one, you could use that to defend your flower or attack the opponent's buds and flowers. Early on in the game, your options will be limited. More than likely, you'll be placing a lot of leaves. After placing a bud on your turn, next turn it'll blossom into a flower. This will give you 1 beetle to use. The use of the beetle is quite simple. You can choose to defend your own flowers by sticking it there. Or, if orange did have a bud, you could use your beetle to attack the bud, removing both the beetle and the bud out of play. If there was a flower and bud combination, the flower and the bud would be removed too. Fast forward, the season ends when a player plays the last leaf. The next player then rolls for the event, and because this concludes this game, all buds then blossom immediately. The manual goes into detail on which seasonal events take place depending on how you rolled. This image is referencing the manual from the model CE 2015, otherwise known as the Collector's Edition. So, how do you win? The strategical nuance in this game is called Leaf Chain Lockdown. What this means, you are counting the leaves leading up to the flower from the branch. And for yellow's case, they gained 4 points. But the important thing to note here is once a flower blossoms, nothing else can grow on that leaf chain. However, while it's still in the stage of the bud, you can still grow out leaves. In this case, pink grew out a different direction and planted their bud here. And lastly, if the tree cannot stand on its own and falls over, then everyone loses.